Hello everybody, and welcome back to Seek TV. Today we're chilling with my man Paul. We're gonna be talking more about his story and where he comes from and everything that he does. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get to him. What's up, bruh? How good? How are you?
I'm good, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's good for you. Thank you for inviting us to come chill with you.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Yeah. So please introduce yourself and where you're from, bruh.
Name is PMG. That's what they call me. It's short for Paul Multiple Grave. They also call me the conclusive producer. Because everything I do is kind of ultimate.
Yeah.
Man. I'm a person. Come from Limpopo. Originated there, but then parents moving around with job stuff. All of that.
Yeah.
Ended up here, but then still Sequoia still,
Yeah, it's home.
So yeah, man, that's who I am. Been producing for, let's say, 9 years now.
Yeah,
it's been a tough journey, but then man, hey, somebody's gotta do it, and that person is me. Man, that's basically.
So how was life before music? Like how was everything like life before music, before you even started becoming a producer and everything?
Man, life before music was still kind of like the same. I was a person who probably tossed himself into music. I was always the dude with the headphones or earphones in his ears, listening to Abu Trompees and all of that, Abu Do, music has always been something that's been with me,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like there wasn't a time that music wasn't a part of me or whenever, I've always been someone who's been right there with the music and stuff,
Yeah. So now, your childhood, how did you grow up? Like, was your family wealthy? Not even wealthy. Was your family okay? Did you grow up soft or was it hard?
Nah, man, I would say that it was a neutral life, because I haven't been someone who was looking into all of that, it wasn't soft, it wasn't harsh. I would say that it was ups and downs.
So you never went to bed without sleeping for days?
Nah, it was one of those up and downs things. It would get soft, it would get harsh.
Yeah.
Ups and downs of life, man. That's how it was. It was just a neutral, balanced life.
Yeah. You see. So now, with all of the music that you do, what's that one thing that motivates you? What keeps you going?
Hey, man, what keeps me going is basically myself, man. If you want real motivation, you gotta dig it up from yourself deep,
Yeah.
So I can say that the real motivation is just even listening to some of the things that I've been doing and getting motivation from that. I'm like, oh, I made this. Oh, we're trying another one tomorrow, or we're trying another one right now. It's kind of one of those things, man. That's where you kind of get your motivation. If you want something that you wanna idolize, sure, you can get your idols. Let's say idolize your Maporisa, your Kabza, your what is this? Your Kanye West.
So that's where you get your motivation from?
Not really. The real motivation comes from myself.
From yourself?
Exactly.
So you don't look at other people and hear a song like, shit, that motivates me, let me jump into the studio and work.
That's what I say. Sometimes it kind of motivates you, but then it's not really motivation. It's kind of like idolization. You idolize that.
Yeah.
Because for real motivation, you have to look into yourself, man.
Yeah.
So, man. You can't get motivated by other people. You need to get motivated by yourself. But then you need to motivate yourself as much as to surpass the people that you idolize. You can't be. I always say that. I think I once said, if you're someone who always competes with yourself, you don't have room to improve when you're always competing with yourself. But then, if you compete with your idols, competing with someone that you want to surpass, you will always build yourself up to surpass that person.
Yeah.
You know, and the build, that actual, what do we call it? That actual build of skill and everything, it will always show in everything that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how for you? Like, how has the music journey been for you?
It's been some ups and downs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like any kind of journey, you know, you get some hills, you get some mountains,
Yeah.
you get where you always like smoothly going down, smoothly going up. Sometimes it's an escalator, sometimes it's an elevator, sometimes it's an airplane. Hey man, like that's how it is, you know, that's how
Yeah.
the music journey has been, you know.
So now, through all the people that you have under your studio, like the people that are under your record label, do you have like your favorites, like the guys that you see, not favorites per se, like potential, which you see? I know
Nah, the
maybe
thing is
these
that-
two guys or this
Okay.
one girl, I feel like
The
yeah,
thing is
it's the
that
one.
everyone when it comes to pushing out work, right? They all have their different aspects and all of that. The thing is that if you look at the way I work, right? I would be having an artist under hip hop. I'll be having an artist under neo soul. I'll be having artists under R&B.
Yeah.
I'll be having artists under this. So I wouldn't say that there are specific artists that I would pick from that, but then they are all good at what they do.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but I feel sometimes there will be that one person that has that fire. That you see, like how
They-
Casper Nyovest would be different from other people in a studio based, because he has motivation. Like he's motivated. Sometimes he can release something and people think it's whack, but then afterwards when he does a video, and then we think it's cool. You know, I'm being honest, but so that for me it's like some people you can see that no, like this is pure talent. And some people you can see, well, no, this is a hard worker. He's trying to
That's the thing. Everyone under me is trying.
yeah.
You know, and everyone is trying. You like I see like a lot of motivation, a lot of inspiration in each and every one of them.
Oh,
You know, that's why they are here, you know.
okay.
They know what they're doing. It's just that the implementation of it, you know, time, that's what we don't have sometimes. You know, so everyone knows what they're doing. It's just that, yeah, time is just killing us. That's all.
So now, please tell me what happened for you to leave work. If you can please elaborate.
Man,
happened?
what happened was kind of like one of where like it started becoming like a toxic environment, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
of the way they treated, they started treating me, you know, and all of this was because of robbery that happened, you know, at one of my stores.
Yeah.
So one of those robberies happened, and I wasn't around. I think I filed for a leave just 2 days before it happened.
Shit.
So
Ancestors.
yeah,
bro.
so it was one of those things. And after the robbery, going through lie detectors and failing all of that, and then they made us sit for like 3 months at home, you know, trying to get to a verdict to what they should do with us. And yeah, man, my whole team actually suffered that, but then I suffered the most.
Yeah.
You know, so after they've gotten us back, they started moving me around, like to a lot of places, you know,
Yeah.
saying, no, I should go there, I should go there, I should go there. You could see that, like, only like spending 2 weeks at this place and then 2 weeks to another place, 2 weeks to, like, it could show that they were not sure what they actually wanted, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was kind of like they wanted to get rid of you in a certain way, you know. So that's when I actually filed for constructive dismissal, or rather was advised to file for constructive dismissal by lawyers. Even to this day, this thing is an ongoing case because I was told that it could even take up to 4 years, even 5, you know, just to sort everything out with lie detectors, robberies, and me getting moved a lot, you know.
It's just a lot.
It's just a lot of things, you know.
Yeah.
So that's how I basically kind of like said, nah, you know what? let me just take the lawyer's advice, file for constructive dismissal, and bound to out of it.
Yeah. So now, sorry also to hear about that, what happened to you there. So now, um, you leaving work and you coming home, um, what are the advantages and the disadvantages of that? What's the one thing that you like? Hey, thank God that I left that work. And what's that one thing you like? Shit, sometimes
The
you miss that
advantage
work.
is that it's kind of like it opens your eyes a bit.
Yeah.
Kind of opens your eyes in a financial manner.
Yeah.
You know, financially, even creatively. You know, when you're at work, there's certain skills that you're not using. You know, there are only certain skills that you utilize because it's work. It only requires those skills. Let's say you're a person who knows how to create websites. You're a person who knows how to code. You're a person who knows how to node, who knows how to create programs and all of that.
Yeah.
You're not going to be utilizing all of those skills from let's say where you're working. You'll only maybe be utilizing one of them, and if it's one of them, you'll only be utilizing 15% of that. You know, but then when you're around home, it kind of like clears your mind. You know, you start applying those skills because you know you're trying to work a solution on how you can profit from the skills that you know.
Yeah.
You know, try to make a profit out of web making or programming or noding. You know, it kind of like opens your eyes of like, oh wait, I have all of these skills that I can utilize, and those skills you can actually take them, utilize them, and create your own business. Let's say even a label. Take those skills and put them into that, invest them into that, and then you know you can just slowly see everything come together piece by piece.
Yeah. All right. I see. I hear you, bruh. Okay, it's still recording. Yeah. Yeah. So now with everything that you have been through, the music and this side, like what's your end goal? Like, why are you doing music in particular? What's the end goal for you?
No, music is
Do you want to see yourself somewhere there in the States someday, or do you want to be pushing other people's talent and dreams? What's the end goal for you?
the end goal is basically to build an empire. You know?
Yeah.
It's always been to build an empire. You know, you start out small, try and build your name and all of that. You know, I've also been like a person who has worked with other artists, your Pabi Cooper, your Gaba Canel, you know, and it's kind of like I'm a person who wouldn't like ask for handouts, you know, and say like, hey, since you've made it in life, hey, can you help me out? No, I wasn't a person like that. I'm a person who wants to see his own thing,
Your own hard work.
exactly,
Pay off.
exactly. So it's kind of like yes, you do sometimes get them. They contact you and say, hey man, we have an opening at a so record label. Can you just try the? No man, it's not one of those things, you know, because at the end of the day, if you're gonna be working for the record label, all of your hard work is gonna be placed into that record label. And then what ends up with what you wanna build, what happens to your empire? You know, at the end of the day, you're not gonna be getting that. You're getting it, but it won't be yours. It will be someone else's.
Because you're investing majority of your time in someone else's business than rather yours.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, I wanna build an empire. You know, but then it's an empire that should be able to also help artists. You know, not just myself and everything. Because as I have even 11 people under me right now, they're also helping me, you know, improve. I'm the only person who's basically producing for them and all of that. But then that is a skill sharpener on itself. You know, it's kind of like you sharpening your skills with them having projects and all of that, you know. But then as you sharpen your skills, it kind of becomes simple. You learn your artist. You know, oh, this guy this is how his voice sounds. You already know how to apply that when it comes to recording them, basically.
Yeah.
So each and every one is different when it comes to recording and everything. So yeah, man, skill sharpens skill. So it's one of those things.
So now, please tell me, have you ever been robbed or anything?
Robbed.
Yeah, or mugged or whatever, nkunzi in our language.
Nah, man. Bakaze bangibambi inkunzi. The last time ithi bazama ukungibamba inkunzi it was back in the day, probably like 2008 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I actually got stabbed, like in Leslie, you know.
Shit, you got
Yeah,
stabbed?
Yeah, I got stabbed. They
Fuck,
tried, but then yeah, I guess after stabbing me,
What was can you please explain what was happening for
no,
you?
it was after a little study session that we had, you know.
Yeah.
Had to go back home, and then Amajita uncover a few, you know, for a few distant miles, and then it was late, man, you know.
Yeah.
It was around winter, so the sun sets early, so yeah, it's even about 6. Yeah,
As soon as it gets dark,
yeah,
then,
as soon as, you know. So yeah, man, I was headed to where we usually catch taxis and stuff. And then yeah, man, a few guys topped out. I think 3 of them, you
Yeah.
know, telling me, oh man, keep your phone, this and that, you know. Well, I did have my phone, so I just told them, nah, they crazy. I'm not gonna give them anything.
Sure.
That's when they pulled out the knives and stuff, you know.
Yes. But what made you resist? Because they always say
Nah,
that
I resisted.
for a phone,
Yeah,
it's like you
exactly.
can't compare it with your life. You just,
exactly. So
take
what
it,
I
guys.
resisted, I was able to resist. But hey, man, they stabbed me. One of them rather stabbed me, and then look, I think it wasn't their plan. And then the two fled. The one who stabbed me was just in shock of what he did, and yeah, he also just ended up fleeing, you know.
Yeah.
Still had my phone, still had some cash on me. Like, yeah, man, it was one of those things, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now to a lighter nyana topic, would you ever wanna get married? Do you ever like see yourself someday getting married to a woman?
Currently, nah, man.
No, even someday. I get it right now.
Yeah.
Maybe we're not
Yeah,
in a situation where we can get
that's
married.
the thing.
But in the future, like, would you like to get married?
That's the thing. I've tried that, getting engaged and things.
Shit, bro, you've been engaged.
Yeah, I've been engaged, and then it was one of those things we kind of cut off because of so and so.
Yeah.
So the marriage thing, it's something that I don't know. It's one of the things that you don't know.
So in your personal opinion, do you feel it like, no, someday I'll get married? No, someday like, nah, fuck this.
No.
I'm not gonna get married.
It's not one of those things. It's not like you feel it or you don't feel it. It's
So
one of those
you're
things
not
that
gonna
you're
get
like,
married.
you know what, we don't know about that one anymore. You
Yeah.
know? Especially if you go through what I've experienced, getting engaged, living with someone and all of that, and then just making
Bro,
it.
so you were living with your person?
Yeah, and then having
Bro,
it.
how long was this relationship, bro, for?
It was about something around a year or something.
A year.
Yeah, it wasn't old. You know, someone
Yeah.
you've known for years. But then, it kind of ends up not working out.
Shit, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
man. But then, it's the way it is, man. So just move on. Can't do anything about it.
All right.
Yeah.
So now, please tell me, do you ever have depression? Like, do you ever suffer from depression?
Nah, I don't suffer from depression.
You do?
Not anymore, at least, you know. I guess I would say that, I don't suffer from depression. You know, I wouldn't even able to describe depression anymore, what it is, because I think it's all about working on yourself. You know, when it comes to depression. But then, man, depression has levels,
Yeah.
I guess. It depends on how deep that depression is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you can
like
say-
then what do you say with someone like that has everything, that has like Ricky like had everything and then he takes his life away?
in his case, I could say that that depression was, they usually say if a man takes his life because of depression, it's because of a woman, you know that, right? But then in his case, man,
Wait, what are you saying? You're saying Ricky did it because of his woman?
that's what they say.
Shit, bro.
Yeah, because like you say, you have everything, you have that, you have this, but then there's still
No,
something
but then
that's
if
chowing you. What
no,
is that?
no, listen, if you're an alpha male, right? If a woman is giving you that type of depression, you can just say, no, fuck this. I'm done with this relationship. I'm moving on with my life. And you find someone that is relatable with your life.
The thing. Some people have integrity. They even have morals. Their morals run deep.
Mm.
You understand?
Yeah, but you're doing it the proper way. Let's say you don't want to cheat on a person or what. You do it the proper way. You call the elders. You sit down. You're like, hey guys, we can't do this anymore. We are failing. Can we please be apart? And then it is what
But
it is.
then look at this. Let's say you really love that person.
No, but
Wait. Let's
love
say-
can come after, bro.
Yeah, but then
If
let's
I'm
say-
dying inside, like I'm mentally dying, I cannot stay in an environment where I'm mentally dying. Although even if I have love for her, yeah, I could never love someone else like that. But I can't put myself in that position.
Well, that's true, but then, hey, man, we can't say anything about that. Like,
Yeah.
it has its levels, man. But then, usually, when a man is depressed, it's because of a woman. That's what they say. you can have all the money in the world and all of that stuff,
Yeah.
But then if there's someone that took your heart, hey, man, they can just take that heart and squeeze it, and then you end up squeezing your life out of yourself too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back to the music. So what's the one thing that you feel like as local artists that we need in order for us to progress and to improve in our music?
Oh man, I think what we need is I don't know, man. I think what local artists need is collabos.
Yeah.
You need to collaborate with each other, help each
So
other
you feel like
out.
they don't do it as much?
No, we don't do it as much, man.
Yeah.
We don't do it as much, I can even make an example of a post that I posted about, I'm looking for so and so rappers, and then nobody edged or rather commented on the
Yeah.
post, They were all quiet, And the thing is that Toluti, that was a nice big opportunity for them, to actually work with bigger artists.
But you see, sometimes it's difficult to be into something. You see, now we're living in a world where we don't find a lot of motivation around. We just got out of COVID and everything, and everybody is still in that hibernation space. So now for them to come out and start working again, it's a little bit difficult. So it needs like some sort of like motivation for people to. It's like almost like what you were saying earlier, Uti. You wanted to work with someone, and they didn't want to work with you at that moment, and then you release something. Then they say, no, that's nice. That means you are doing something without them, which is now catching their ears.
Yes. So like I say, everything is opportunity.
Yeah.
So like you describing that story right now, where I just released something, and then all of a sudden they want to work. They missed an opportunity to work. So what I would say, what I would usually do is like I'll say, when they come back and try to work, I'll say, the moment has passed.
Yeah.
I wanted you on a certain project, and then you couldn't get on it, or rather,
But
you didn't dot an I on it. Now you
Yeah.
hear the project, and you're like, no man, I want to work.
But that's obviously the case. You see, sometimes for us, it's like we need to show our abilities first, in a way. It's like for me, if, for example, I go to a rapper and I'm like, okay, let's work, let's do something. Then they will like, out of all the work that I've done, I need to see what you have first. You see, for example, I've been with Oz, right? You know Oz.
Oz Zeros, yeah.
Yeah, Oz Zeros. So now, me and him were supposed to do a track together, but we ended up not doing the track together. Not saying he denied it or I denied it. It was a matter of we were here, we were chilling. We wanted to see if we clicked, if we were in that right space to make a song. But at that moment, it wasn't. You know, we did make a song, but he wasn't on it. He wrote lyrics for someone to be in the song, and they killed it without him being in the song.
Wow.
You see.
Okay. Yeah, but then, hey, man, sometimes it's. I just have to say, man, if you miss an opportunity, you miss an opportunity.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but sometimes
best
those
thing-
opportunities
yeah.
do come like once in a while.
Yeah,
Like
it's one of those things
yeah.
that come once in a while, and I'm that type of person that just does things once in a while, you know. Especially if it comes to like working with big artists. Let's say your luxury SA, you know, your Questa.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, sometimes those opportunities only are once in a while thing. Even I understand them, you know. So applying that method in your work should also be important. It shows people that, you know what, you have other better things to do, you know. Then even though as other artists might see themselves as the prize, you know, dude, rather let them see themselves as the prize, but then you have to push your work through, because you know who you're working with, and you know that you can do other things without them.
Yeah.
You know? It's a good thing. It's a loss on their end, you know. Even might be a loss on your end, you know. But then, hey, man, if time allows it, maybe you can work in the future. You know?
So now, would you ever want to be signed? Like, if a record label were to come to you, since you are an independent, you have an independent studio, you bought all your equipment, would you ever be signed on a dotted line?
Unfortunately, nah, I wouldn't. The things that I think at this point, with all of the skills that I have acquired and everything,
Yeah.
nah, man, it's one of those things where I would say, nah, I'd rather push myself, push my team, and just work everything out, you know. You wouldn't want to be signed with any other label.
Also, you take that as motivation and say, fuck them. Because if the minute they want to sign you, obviously there's something in you.
Exactly.
So you can take that and use it in your studio.
Exactly.
And
If
say no.
you can look at who's this guy? Is it Ed Sheeran or Ellie Sheeran, or you know that
Ed
guy?
Sheeran. Ed Sheeran. I
Ed
think.
Sheeran.
Yeah.
Look at how many deals that dude turned down. But then the story didn't start there. It started with him looking for a deal, and then they were not feeling his music, you know. And then what did he do? He took it upon himself to get his music out there. When he got his music out there, and then they saw that it was selling, that's when record labels started running to him and say, "Hey, yo!"
And now,
And then the
you
dude
can't
was
sign
like,
at
"No,
that
you
point.
know,
No, really, you can't sign
like,
at that
you can't
point.
sign me now."
No, at that
know.
point you can't.
Number one, they said that his music is not like nice music. They say his music sucks and all of that. But then, like there's always what do they call this? There's always someone out there, man, you know, who's looking for something that other people might not like. There might be other people that those people like.
Yeah.
You understand? What you like, right, or what you hate, right, might be something that another person likes. Another man's poison, or rather, another man's meat can be another man's poison. It's one of those things, you know. So, yeah, man, I would say that, nah, man. I've also turned down deals, yes. Like back in the past, I have turned down deals up when, I don't know whether you would still remember them, or whether I would still remember them. Back then when Abu, you know, Black Les?
Yeah.
You know your Black Les? Yeah, back then when Black Les used to work for this other record label, they did offer a deal.
Cap City.
Is it Cap? Yeah, Cap City.
You know, I was
And they
also
crew.
supposed to go to the
Yeah,
same
and
studio.
they crew. What was that crew called? It's not 3 Months Cup. What was that crew called?
I think I forgot it.
Yeah.
But the reason I remember Cap City is because of Junior Torres.
Mhm.
I used to live with Junior Torres in the same house.
Oh, okay.
So that's how for me, it was like, and that time I was working, right? So he said to me, bro, you're dope. Your music is dope. Your lyrics are dope. So now what I want you to do is get your beat and everything, come to the studios, and we'll record you in a proper studio, and then we'll mix everything for you. I couldn't go, bruh. Till to this day. I never went there, bruh.
Yeah, man. So it was one of those things. You get something like that, and then at the end of the day, you have to think to yourself, why are they looking for that? And then if you think that you're more valuable, then there's no need for you to sign yourself over to a record label, because you're the prize. You see yourself as the prize. As soon as record labels want to sign you, rather look for another way. Rather look for another way. Rather decline and say, nah, there's a better way of doing this. I can do this by myself. Especially if you're someone that can do that by themselves. Get a studio, get some time in,
bro, but like a lot of people don't know this, but studio is expensive. Like maybe you would also have a story, like it wasn't easy putting together what you have right here. It's flipping expensive, because I know from experience that it's expensive.
It is expensive. It is expensive. But then, man, if you're really serious about something, you always put something up.
Hey, bruh, thank you for inviting us to your studio and chatting with you. We hope to see more of the projects that you guys are doing and all of these albums that you're speaking about. And if anybody wants to book him, we'll leave his contact details in the description below for any bookings to his studio. If you want to record a song or make a song or want a beat, you can holler at him. He's there. He will help you out. And for us and Seek TV, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. And we out of here, man. Thanks for watching. We out.
We have simple arrivals. They will take you wherever you want to go, at any time, any place, for a specific price. Yabo? Wena uhleli laphayana ugogo ufuna amanzi aseDurban asehleli ufaka amanzi lapho uhleli uthi awuna transport umalumsipho isidawa thatha umalusipho umfake eceleni umalusipho uzoba grand, and then we'll take you everywhere where you want to go.